So I'm going to try that crock pot recipe for a crab ragoon dip. And I have the recipe, but I'm actually going to make it half because I have the smaller crock pot here. The other one I have is packed up, so okay. So first I'm going to take, it calls for a can of cream of celery soup, but I'm going to use half a can of that. Put that in there. And it calls for 16 ounces of cream cheese, which I'm only going to use half of that, which would be 8. Okay. Then I'm going to use a tablespoon of teriyaki sauce. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm going to use a half tablespoon. A half of soy. And a half of lemon juice. And then you're going to add your onion, which I have chopped very finely. And I'm going to be using about a 1/4 cup of that. Then it calls for 16 ounces of crab, which I'm only going to use half and use 8. And then you just stick this in your crock pot, and then you're going to give it a mix. And then you're going to cook that for a couple hours actually. And then you can use pita chips, which I'm going to use, or crackers, or chips, or whatever your little heart desires. The recipe calls and says you can use sugar if you want in there too, but I'm not even using all that stuff in there. It's a dip and already. So it's done, and I've tried some, and it's absolutely amazing. I do think the next time maybe a little garlic in here, but I eat a lot of garlic, so that could just be me. And another thing I wanted to say, I got the recipe from, was it allrecipes.com, and it said to use a 3 to 4 quart crock pot, which the one that I have is only 1.5 quarts. And if you look at this, there's only half the recipe, but there's so much room in here, I don't understand why they would want that big of a crock pot. And another thing I do like about these crock pot recipes is that, well, it takes 2 hours, but if you're having a party, say at 5 o'clock, you make it at 3, you can just take it out of this and serve it right from here, and it'll stay warm.